out, and I am now ready. Time of flight. Roger, time of flight. That is lazy.
I enlisted in the Army for probably a myriad of different reasons. One of the things that I grew up seeing was my grandfather's World War II uniform. So his last unit was United States Army Pacific. He served in the Pacific as an island hopper in World War II. Kind of unique that my current duty position takes me full circle back to where my grandfather ended his career in World War II. So we got a lot of family tradition in it. But probably what I joined for was I probably wasn't the most studious of kids, right? So there was some summer school attendance for me because I wasn't necessarily good in school, so I needed some structure. So the Army's given me a lot of those things and allowed me to benefit from that.
I joined the Army because my dad was in the military. He retired from Fort Benning in 1996. And so he was a retired infantryman, and I saw him coming through the process and really, kind of inspired me to want to be a soldier as well. And then back in that time, we had the Be All You Can Be commercials. So I was watching those on TV, and I turned to my dad one day and I said, hey, that's exactly what I want to be one day. Number one, all I can be. And then number two, although I'm afraid of heights, I want to jump out of airplanes. And so that's really what inspired me, and that's why I joined the Army.
I was actually a member of the Ohio Air National Guard as a high schooler, and I decided to go active component. And the reason why I really signed up and joined the ranks of servicemen and women around the world is my father joined the Army, and he was a soldier at 101st, and then he was stationed in Europe. So we have a lineage of service in the Holland family, and I just felt compelled to do the same thing, leave the great state of Ohio, and go see the world, and I have not been disappointed.
I think I've always wanted to have some kind of purpose. My uncle was in the Marine Corps, and my grandfather was a merchant Marine. One of the first black cooks in the Army when he came through. But they've always inspired me because I saw the men they were, and I really thought that their service really kind of made them who they were. You saw that just professional demeanor, the candor, and the compassion that came with it too. So it just really inspired me to really just want to serve and join and be part of this.
Yeah, so I joined the Army because it was a bit of a family tradition. My grandfather served. I really didn't know what I wanted to do when I got out of high school. I was an athlete in high school, but I wasn't big enough, fast enough, or strong enough to play college football. So I thought, being on a team was really important to me. And I thought, what better team than being on the Army team? So I decided to join the Army, and I've been part of this great team for 35 years.
My father was a Vietnam veteran, so joining the Army seemed like a way to carry on a family tradition, and it seemed like a way to pay for college. Even when I joined it, I was going to be a one and done, and more than 35 years later, yes, I never envisioned serving that long.
Well, I think in 1992, I got the opportunity to go to the United States Army Ranger School as a PFC. I think it changed my understanding of small unit tactics. It changed my understanding of small unit leadership. It was very informative then, and probably was really informative for me for the first 10 years I was in the Army.
So when I was a drill sergeant back in 1997 to 99, long before you probably came in the military, I had that fork in the road where I thought about, exiting the Army or, continuing to stay on or becoming a warrant officer. And I think it was that time where I was able to see civilians get transferred to becoming a soldier and becoming, good model citizens and understanding what it takes and the commitment and the Army values. That really sparked my interest into staying a little bit longer. So I made the decision at that point that being a non-commissioned officer and staying in is something that I really want to kind of do and dedicate my life to.
What I found when I joined the Army was that I had gained a second family. The teamwork, the camaraderie. I also felt like I found a purpose. So that's kind of why I stayed. I think one of the things that makes the Army National Guard separate or unique from the Army is the dual mandate that we have to both serve our state, our communities, in addition to being warfighters and being ready to fight and win our nation's wars. And so I think it brings immense satisfaction to our soldiers to feel like, yes, we are here in the event that our nation needs us and we go to war, but we get the opportunity to give back to our communities.
I think what really formed me to want to stay and really be part of this profession and part of this organization is really the compassion and accountability that my leader gave me when I got in trouble. So I got in trouble, and it was, a decent amount of trouble. But my leader said, okay, you're gonna learn from this. They really made it a learning experience without crushing my dreams of serving in the military. And I learned from that. And ever since then, I've taken a lot of my leadership philosophies and how I handle, our soldiers that get in trouble with that same kind of approach, because it was afforded to me.
And I don't know if you're necessarily embedded into the full, Army values at that young of an age, but after a while it clicked with me, right? So again, it wasn't a job as some people perceive it, right? It's a profession, right? And I truly enjoyed being part of a team. I enjoyed the camaraderie. I enjoyed the opportunities that the Army gave me. I enjoyed the structure, the discipline, and I enjoyed the people that I served with.
I love soldiers. Everywhere you go, you see a team of soldiers trying to accomplish a task. Occasionally there's one soldier doing one thing, but in most cases there's 2 or 3 or 10 or 100 trying to accomplish a task. It's powerful to see that a bunch of people that probably grew up in different places, have different backgrounds, rally around a mission or a set of goals or a task. And to be fair, we can't have a free country where we do all the things that we do if we don't have an army. Bottom line.
It just fulfills me, right? And that might sound self-serving because it fulfills me, but when it does that, it allows me to give everything I have to what I'm doing.
My goodness. I hit 30 years this year. As the Command Sergeant Major of the 18th Airborne Corps, I had 6 no-notice immediate response force activations. Right? That's a lot. But in 18 hours, when they are the immediate response force number 1, when they're notified, those men and women are kitted up, 100% accounted for, have the ammunition, and are flying somewhere in the world. Just to show that the United States and its Army is committed to lethality and warfighting, and we will show up at your doorstep, unannounced, and when you notice, it'll be too late, because we're ready.